Centauri, the Platinum of Armorless Union. After all the bad things happening in her life working for Armorless Union, she decided it's time to leave and run away from the Armorless for good. But you can't just leave Armorless Union, especially in the rank of Platinum. So now Platinum is on the run, chased by Monique and other Armorless. She'd been on the run for 3 days, running and hiding without any food or drinks. Out of fear the Armorless poisoned anything. Platinum then entered the commercial zone of the city, where she stumbled upon Hibiscus, Gravel and the doctor. Platinum then fainted because of her exhaustion and wounds. Although she once trying to kill the doctor, but the doctor decided to help her. Hibiscus and the doctor then carried Platinum to Rhodes Island, while Gravel will hold back the pursuing Armorless Union. It was then Monique came in. She said the patrolling campaign nights are near, so there's no time to waste. She aimed her longbow to target Hibiscus, who is carrying Platinum. But suddenly her arrow steelhead corrodes, and the shaft softens into a branch. It was the arts technique of Rhodes Island elite operator, Touch. Although they are outnumbered, but Touch's arts and Gravel's swift blade skill are a deathly combo. Monique then received a phone call, who tells her the patrolling knights are closing in to investigate the commotion. And with that, the Armorless Union retreated. Sometime later, Platinum is now in Rhodes Island. She thanked her savior for helping, but warned them her presence might be dangerous for Rhodes Island. Or she might even betray them. But right now her primary goal is to get out from Kazim Yesh, and she will eventually become an operator of Rhodes Island. The story shift in the middle of a forest where we see Miner, enjoying his vacation. He is visiting someone who is revealed to be the Darksteel, the highest ranking member in Armorless Union, and presumably the original Darksteel who built Armorless Union. The Darksteel talks about Miner in his prime as a wandering knight. How he abandoned his idealism, to live in the city for his father and nieces. The Darksteel said that the Armorless will no longer harm Rhodes Island or Nearl family. Miner thinks that's enough, but if the Armorless decided to harm them again, he will personally kill the Darksteel. And moving on to Epilogue 2, 9 days after the first one. The Pinus Sylvestris and other infected are ready to go to Rhodes Island for treatment. Sona also talks about her meeting with Toland. It's still uncertain what exactly that Toland's planning, but it is at odds with the purpose when they establishing the Pinus Sylvestris. But Sona said they should focus on their current task to go to Rhodes Island. But then an infected knight came in and tells Sona that not everyone made it for the roll call. And assuming they're arrested by some knight noble, Rhodes Island will leave Kazim Yesh soon, so Sona and the others must act fast. Meanwhile, in the Rhodes Island landship, Supreme Leader Amia, Hibiscus and Shining talking about the other Pinus Sylvestris whereabouts. And talks about the plan to open a branch office in Kazim Yesh capital, with the help of Pinus Sylvestris and Margaret. Back to the Pinus Sylvestris. After rescuing the captured infected, they're suddenly attacked by Armorless Union. But luckily, Margaret was there, who single-handedly fight the Armorless. While Sona and the others rush to Rhodes Island landship. The landship ramp is about to close, but in an epic jump they manage to get inside. The story shift to Molkovich, visiting Chani on his exile. The former spokesman was exiled because of his failure to prevent Maria and Margaret Nearl, and over a power struggle and bribery incident few years ago. He's living an okay life in the village, helping the villager with their business and teaching the children's. But with his family leaving him, and he's not exactly a free man. You know someone will get depressed by that. He admired Molkovich's growth, and believes that Molkovich is here to take his life. Although Molkovich said he's not here to do that. But Chani serves 2 glasses of wine, and both had been poisoned. Molkovich didn't understand his intention, and then take his leave. While Chani drank the wine, and died a peaceful death. Moving to Epilogue 3. We see Margaret visiting Viviana, before Viviana leave the capital under the arrangements of a nightclub. KGCC found her involvement helping the NTR Knight, So now she's facing the consequences. But she's quite lucky as she can still enjoy her life in the other city. Meanwhile, on the other side of the city, we see Tola and Miss Iolita. Iolita talks about Tola's ancestors and the meaning of his Kagan quest. She tells Tola that if he wished to return to Kazim Yesh after his journey, he is welcome to join the knight under the Adeptus order. But Tola angrily refused, telling her there's no glory fighting for this eyesore country. And with that, he takes off to begin his journey. Presumably to the north of Versus Tundra, to the border of civilization. The story then shifts to the Blood Knight Decayopolis. He gives up his knight's status, and decided to live a peaceful life in the countryside. The villagers are a big fan of him, and is pretty welcoming even though he's an infected. It's just like what Pallas said about the Minoan hero, where the hero will return to a simple, ordinary life. But alas, the village got another visitor, and it was Roy from Marvelous Union. It's unknown what business he has in the village, but presumably to kill the Blood Knight. Some years later. No, I'm not joking, it's literally a couple of years of time skip. In the northern Ursus, where further north is a vast tundra where eldritch demons lives. Some Ursus soldiers who were patrolling there found a horn and single row of footprints. They believe they see an army in the distance. When they followed the trail, they can hear the drums and clashing weapons, but could not find traces of any people. Just the footprints which gradually disappear into the thick snow. No exact information about this scene, but it was believed that was Tola. Finally reached the border of civilization, and doing whatever he's planning to do. Probably doing a Doom cameo, or Halo Reach cameo. That's some top tier millennial Kagan quest right there. Well, that concluded the Near Light event story. Hope the next event story is also interesting like this one. That should be all. Adios.
苦難と闇を恐れるべからず。
驚かさないでよ。